What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're gonna get the best counters for Thing here. We're gonna be using at least like, I don't know, 12 champions for this guy. So he was actually pretty common in a recent meta that we had, and dude, he is actually a really strong defender. Even if you have like the best counters, like at Sig 200, he's super tanky. You gotta give him a 15 rock stacks. It can be tricky sometimes. However, some champions can definitely like take him down very easily. So Black Cat here, she's actually great. She get the sabotage here, and then you can hit so hard and don't care about the protection because you just ignore it, especially if you have the Black Widow relic as well. And that was a very clean fight with Black Cat here. So 41 seconds with full yellow bar. We're definitely gonna see better results with some champions, but dude, she did really well. Black Cat is a champion that I don't really use too much, but honestly, maybe I should. She's pretty nice. So we got Hit Monkey here, our really recent 7-star. This guy hits like a truck, man. But the good thing is, he doesn't hit that hard to trigger the protection. It's like the damage you want to see. And you can also play him differently and like get the disorient. But I mean, look at that. Yeah, we got it towards the end here. It's not a 100% disorient, but it does help you. And look at that. He smoked it, dude. Did so well. Probably like a 30-second fight. Yeah, 32 seconds. Like immediately faster than Black Cat. Now Crossbones. Crossbones is another very good counter for Thing, because you can heavy counter his special 1, his special 2, his heavy attack. Like you can just keep your furies no matter what in this fight. So you just want to be aggressive here. We got the Black Widow relic here as well. That's the one thing about the relics, man. You have to pick one champion to use it for, you know. So if we get heavy counter here, we want to go for our overrun. That was perfect. We also got the opening there, special 1, and then into the relic. That was a very fast fight. Definitely one of the best counters for Thing. And he goes for 35 seconds, a little slower than Hit Monkey here. So Hit Monkey is actually the faster one so far. Now we have Silver Sable. So the thing about Silver Sable, I think she's decent for Thing. You know, obviously he is shock immune, but every time you were to shock this guy, he takes like some red number here, that burst damage, which is not bad at all. And also having the disorient with your heavy attack against science champions, it's a 100% disorient, which means he's never gonna get another rock stack here. So you do counter Thing's abilities. It's just not, you know, you're not going too fast, because, you know, Silver Sable is not meant to be used for someone that's not shock or that's shock immune. But she does decently well even if they are. But yeah, you're just never gonna, you know, have to count like the rock stacks or get like a passive AI without throwing specials at 15 rock stacks. So Silver Sable definitely counters him like that. Just, you know, not the quickest. I think she's probably gonna be like even slower than Black Cat, most likely, but very safe. Let's see, I think Black Cat was 42 seconds. Yeah, 57 seconds, almost a minute for Silver Sable. But honestly, I think you can probably catch someone off guard with Silver Sable, because they would think, you know, shock immune is not gonna work, but it actually works just fine. Now another skill champion. I think this might be the last skill champion that I showcase. Actually, no, I think there is another one, and that is Falcon. So this is Elsa Bloodstone. She actually is not too bad. Not the best, but she's not too bad. She doesn't hit too hard. She's got some burst damage with those busted debuffs. And as long as you can, you know, count the rock stacks. Also make sure to count the 1 rock stack when you parry. When you do that parry attack, it does hit him, so it is 1 attack. And she's going, you know, fairly quick here. Mr. Relic, unfortunately. Gonna go for a medium, light, medium. Bait this out. Very nice. You got that nice precision, so you crit a lot, but you never really hit the cap. And there goes Thing. Let's see. So this was 49 seconds. Okay, that's actually a little slower than I thought it would be. Now we have the last skill champion. This is Falcon. So Falcon, man, he's gonna do this fight really fast. He just counters Thing so easily. You literally do a dash back, he's never gonna get a rock stack or anything. You crit a lot if you are high sig, and if you get an aggressive AI like what I'm gonna get here, you can even kill him with 1 lock on. So even if you, like, you know, if you get lucky, you get an aggressive AI and some nice crits, you can kill him like this. And this is insane. Like, you literally do nothing. You just do a 5-hit combo after dashing back. That was 27 seconds. I believe this was even faster than Hitmonkey, which is crazy. If you get some crazy AI, dude, Falcon is the fastest. Now, moving on to some science champions here. So we have Spider-Ham. I think Spider-Ham is one of the best counters as well because, you know, he's never gonna hit the cap because he doesn't hit hard with his basics or specials, but he does a lot of damage with the porkers. So I want to make sure we push him to the special 2, time the rock stacks. You can easily bait out the specials because of taunt. And yeah, just Spider-Ham, if you get some nice porker RNG and you can push this guy to a special 2, it's not going to take more than 2 special 2 baits, and that's going to be it. Like, he's going to die like right now. Yeah, it's crazy. So was that faster than Falcon? It wasn't actually. That's crazy that Falcon was, you know, still faster than that. Now moving on to another science champion that I do like and I also don't like against Think, because if you get cornered, it's really tough with Spot. So you have to get somewhat lucky and know what you're doing. I do mess up this fight sometimes, but this one is going to be, you know, an okay one. I didn't want to use like the exact rotation that I did. So now I think I'm going to portal block his special 1, which I don't really do. But since I was getting a passive AI and wasn't hitting into me, we're going to throw the special 1 here. It's going to deal some decent damage, but now he's going to go unstoppable. That I don't really, you know, like doing, but if he is unstoppable, we are also untouchable, and we're just exchanging hits. I'm doing a lot of damage and also getting some of those ruptures built up. So that means I just need to go for a special 2 without even, you know, needing to portal blocks. It's just going to be enough because 42 rupture bank is a lot, dude. You don't even need to go untouchable. So that was a decent fight. You know, we finished with like 100% health, and yeah, honestly, not bad. Let's see how fast it was though. So this was a 54-second fight. Not the fastest, but it works. It works pretty well. Now moving on to Onslaught here, we got a mutant here. Onslaught, you know, obviously he doesn't really, he's never really gonna hit the cap unless you have like some massive crits and, you know, you have like 10 daunting of the opponent with the special 2, he might trigger the protection, but it usually doesn't happen. So all you need to do is just go for a special 1, special 2, and the burst damage is gonna be enough. But because the special 1 does a lot of hits, you ideally want to, you know, empty his rock stacks and then just throw your special 1. So yeah, so our magnetism debuffs, I think they reduce his ability accuracy for the rock stacks, and sometimes, you know, it can be tricky to like not give him rock stacks, but in this case it went well. Throw the special 2 with 20 degens, and that is gonna do it, man. She's gonna get destroyed. As you can see, 5 daunted. If I had 10, there was a small chance that he would trigger the protection on the special 2, so you may or may not want to get as much daunted there. But let's see. Not the fastest, 55 seconds. Moving on to a new 7-star, Galan, dude. So I think Galan is going to get used a lot for things. Because, you know, as long as he doesn't have the protection when you throw that special 1 or special 2 or your harvest expires, he's just going to be dead. Like, ideally, I go for like a special 2, special 1 rotation. Because Thing has a lot of HP. So I just want those Incinerate to tick as fast as possible here, so just go for the special 2 and immediately throw it, so we can have those 9 Incinerates ticking. They do a lot of damage, it does add up, which is nice. And then I want to quickly build up to 100 harvest, go for my heavy into the special 1 as fast as possible, and that is going to be it. And this is a very, very fast fight. As you can see, we're going to get full yellow bar as well. Galan, really nice for Thing. So that was a 39-second fight for a non-science, or for a non-skilled champion. That is pretty fast. And then lastly, we have one more champion here. We got Mr. Sinister. So Mr. Sinister is kind of an RNG, because here we started with like 4 of those science thingies, which don't really do anything for our damage. I think it's like for our region potency. So if you start with like more prowess, you might get more stronger degens, or more attack, or more crits. But yeah, we're just gonna take this one here. I think Sinister is, you know, very nice for a Thing. You don't hit him too much. You just want to build up to your special 1, throw it, and then you mostly heavying, so it doesn't, you know, do a lot of hits, so you don't have to worry about the rock stacks. And yeah, I'm just never gonna trigger the protection because all the damage comes from holding your heavy with the degens. Unfortunately, there he triggered protection, so we gotta go for 1 more. But you know, Sinister is always gonna finish with full health no matter what, with that willpower healing, and he is a very, very good counter for Thing. So this was probably like a 40-second fight, I would assume. 49, okay. So that is gonna do it for today's video, man. That was the best counter for Thing. And I think the actual best result here was probably Falcon. You know, you do take some chip damage here, just activate the lock-on, but, you know, if you get an aggressive AI, man, you can kill him with one lock-on. But personally, I think my favorite counter for Thing, it would probably have to be Crossbones. I just really love how you can heavy counter everything, so you just always have Furies with your Crossbones. But other than that, I really do like Spider-Ham too. It's pretty easy to push him to special 2s. He's got quick animations. You can just retrigger your porkers and you can get some crazy nice results. So also keep in mind that I'm not including any 6-stars. So, you know, obviously Kate Bishop is great, but she's not a 7-star, so I didn't include her. So yeah, let me know what's your favorite counter for Thing. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.